Here's an example that I'm going to go fast on, and it's text parsing, right? And I told you already that regular expressions were really good for the various Unix commands like grep. That what grep does is a string of text comes in from your file. It has a DFA that processes it, and the stream of text goes out that goes into your output, right? And why is, back in the day, we didn't have random access to your file, right? We read the file once, we spewed it out once, right? That's a nice, fast way of processing a file. And what do you do in the middle? You have a DFA, right? So what is this saying is we're going to read this file in, and we're going to find, are we in a comment or not in a comment? So we're going to have the state that says I'm processing a comment, I'm not processing a comment, right? And when I'm processing a comment, when I'm not processing a comment, I spew out the text. And when I am processing a comment, I don't spew out the text, right? Does that make sense? So here what we're doing is we're deleting the text. So everything that's not comment gets spewed out, and things that are comment get spewed out. So here's the DFA for it. And here's I'm in the state, I'm not in a comment or in a quote, so I guess we have comments and quotes as two different things. And the previous character is not special, right? Because I only can see one character at a time, right? So if I read this, I have to remember that I saw that, because it may not be an issue, or it may be an issue, right? So I'm remembering whether it's special or not. And you see, if I get a slash here, if I'm getting a slash, then I don't output anything, but I go into, hey, I've seen a slash. And then if I get a star, I go over to, I'm in a comment, right? But if I'm here just going along not in a comment, and I get an A, then I output an A. If I see a B, I output a B. I guess our alphabet's just A, B, right? If I get a star, I output a star, because if the string is A star, the star's just fine, right? Does that make sense? But if I get a bracket, when I see the bracket, why don't I print the bracket out? This is a subtlety that's fun. If I see the bracket, I have to remember there was a bracket, but I can't print it. Because here, this bracket, that's not a bracket, that's a slash. If I get a slash, I do print it, right? But if I get this slash, I don't print it, right? So you follow the two paths. Here, if I get a slash, I don't print the slash, but I remember the slash. And then if I get an A, I print the slash and the A, right? And go back up. And then later I get a slash, I don't print it, and then I get a star, and I don't print anything. The star and the slash are gone. And now when I get characters, I don't print them. Are people following this? The notation is what's before. We have a list of things that you do, and if it's before, what's before the semicolon is what I'm reading. What's after the semicolon is what I'm writing. So here I read an A, I write an A. I read a B, I write a B. Here I read a slash, I don't write anything, right? And then I get an A, and I write both the slash and the A. Right? You see, it's pretty simple, and it's doing great things. You know, us in the 80s were really happy to have things process our files quickly like this. Right? That was the kind of processing we had. Everybody buy this? This is just going through it. We could go through it real slow, or I could just say it, and we're done. Right? Right? Impossible. If you do not print as you go along, then then remember what, I don't know, this